Everybody in my chat, say hello to YouTube. Hi everybody. We're back with another we're back with another FLEEKAZOID reaction video. And I believe this is about Starfield. Now, quick disclaimer, I have like little to no opinion on Starfield. Excuse me. If I sound a little bit stuffy and scratched right now, it's because I am. I've been suffering seasonal allergies all week, but I felt well enough to stream and record, so here we are. Now, I believe this video is about Starfield, which I'm going to quick disclaimer right now. I know very little about Starfield. The only things that I know about Starfield are from friends who played it, and a few people I know liked it and said it was fun to play, while others said it felt kind of bland and that there's not much going for it, despite how big the game is. But now we got that disclaimer out of the way. Let's see what Fleek has to say about the old Starfield update thing. Hi, Sammy. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you for tuning in and for the lurk.
And that's the last time I'll say nice things about a game. How was I supposed to know that word was a slur? We have fun here. Hi, Fleek. Starfield's new update is out, and it...
For the record, I don't remember which word it was. Must have been not that. I'm not sure.
It's a slur. We have fun here. Hi, Fleek. Starfield's new update is out, and it's already cured this man's cancer. This new update's been pimped as Starfield 2.0. Todd Howard is insisting that it isn't, but that's just our little retard, the modest Howard. That's what I call him.
The way he words that, the nicknames that he has for Todd Howard never gets old. We are over 200 endings, and that is not an exaggeration. Todd Howard talked about how they made 200 endings in Fallout 3 and how they accomplished it. Wait, does Fallout 3 really have that many endings? Huh.
Selling as he always does.
Quick disclaimer, I have not played the Fallout series, and I'm not undecided if I'm going to play them or not.
Because people are saying this update is going to fix everything that's wrong with Starfield. How dare you, Bethesda? That's the modder's job. Some people say the game can't be fixed. I agree.
Yeah, that's the modder's job. Yeah, hats off to modders in gaming communities making games either either playable or more playable. Like, I played Skyrim without mods at first, but then I added a whole bunch of mods and I can't play it any other way. You know, I was in someone else's video and they said, why don't they just hire the modders? And I'm like, if they do that, they're going to be bound by what the company wants and not what they want. So that's a bad idea.
Because you can't fix perfection. Can you fix a perfectly inflated tire? No. And you can't fix Starfield because it's the pinnacle of human achievement. Todd Howard reached for the stars and landed on the steppy stool. Starfield was boring on release, I'll admit it. And I'll also admit that you can't be boring in our current world. We've reached such levels of dopamine and stimming that managing a moon launch is a second monitor activity to WoW Classic. What did you expect?
Wait, did they really? Bro, I'm watching the NASA launch and one of the guys is in the control room has Classic WoW open on another monitor. Dude. That is... Where is that man? He deserves a raise.
Managing a moon launch is a second monitor.
Actually, you know what that kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of that scene in Avengers where Tony Stark points at one of the monitors and said, that guy's playing Galaga. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Like, this guy's playing WoW. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Activity to WoW Classic. What did you expect out of World of Warcraft players? They've never even seen grass. You really think they give a fuck about what goes on above it? Hi, Fleek here, Bethesda's #1 fan. I was there when Todd Howard was conceived. The new Starfield DLC isn't a revamp because it doesn't need a revamp. Alright, they just remembered where they left the other half of the content back on launch. We got more.
Okay, I've said before that it can't really be a Bethesda game without occasional glitches, but come on.
Guns, more armor, more space modules, and more modifiers. The paid DLC adds a new Clanka faction, cause Todd, seeing all the Clanka hate online at the moment, decided to capitalize on that. Trap Howard's an industrious little scamp. Don't come into this expecting any big story. It just adds...
Let's see.
Trap Howard's an industrious little scamp. Don't come into this...
That's it? Story DLC with no story, 4 big new locations, and seeing them 6 times each on repeat. Only big choice is keep loving game mechanic or turn off love game mechanic. Only 1 robot design, again that's it. After more than a year of silence, shame and big worries for Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, I gotta agree with this reviewer. As much as I would like to see Elder Scrolls 6, with the way the game industry has been doing lately, particularly the AAA gaming industry, I have low hopes that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be any good, if we even get it at all.
Expecting any big story. It just adds another enemy to the spawn pool, and then past level 50 they added dynamic events so space is no longer boring as shit. They added turf wars between chips and blood.
Gauntlet
also
events.
Doesn't add in any more handcrafted planets, because after walking around that empty husk I paid $30 for, I don't think my mind can take any more
glitches.
Retard's genius. Last December, Bethesda came out of the clanker closet announcing their use of AI. Did you vibe code the hell out of
more AI usage? Gotta love to see it. Todd Howard confirms Bethesda uses AI, but emphasized human intention behind it. Heard it before. How much you want to bet there's gonna be some people who justify this when they attacked Expedition 33 for having AI assets, despite them being only placeholders, and they removed them immediately after release.
Their use of AI. Did you vibe code the hell out of this so we could have 16 times the bugs? Todd, you shouldn't have. No. In fact, I don't think the AI even uses AI.
Bro, what is this?
You've been pranked!
Hi, Aloria. Hi, L'Oreala. Welcome on in. Look at that. That's next level glitching right there. Avoiding eye contact in adults causes coping strategies to change behavior.
Todd Howard made it clear they fucked this up one stroke at a time, the good old-fashioned way. Say what you want about all-seeing Emperor Howard, this is a man that gives the fans what they want. Todd, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah,
remember
what they
when you
want
made that
indeed.
empty planet and charged us $30 for it?
Yeah.
You know what I called it? Sharded space. we can
Excuse
get you a booster
yourself.
seat if you need it. Does the big boy want a big boy booster seat?
Or is that the chair?
Folks, we'll be right back with a booster seat. On the free side of things, the Free Lanes update finally lets you fly from planet to planet because
Since launch, you've been asking for more options for space travel, so we've added the ability to freely fly between planets in the star system. You know, that was a major complaint I heard about Starfield when it first launched, is that you can't fly between planets, and now they're adding it? Too little too late, I'm afraid.
as they say,
Zoom between planets, really a core fundamental part of.
Now, can you actually land on the
any
planets?
Space sim or space fantasy is being on your ship and flying from location to location.
which is why they added it to theirs 3 years after launch. And just as a middle finger
Yeah,
to
that's
all those
bad.
people
Too
making
little, way
posts
too
on
late.
Twitter, Todd slammed in a mandatory section in the beginning where you're forced to fly from planet to planet for 20 minutes. Todd, thanks for joining me again. What do you think we should do to all those people that made all those mean Twitter posts?
Punish the fuck out of them, and people will love it.
Couldn't agree more. Where is that booster seat? Then again, a little
Okay, I know it's not it. I know it's more of a different interview and not directly a response to Fleek, because, well, it's for the memes. But did Todd Howard actually said
people
this?
will love
That's
it.
couldn't
hilarious.
agree more. Where is that booster seat?
Yeah, where's that
the little
booster
thing
seat?
I like to say, Starfield is like life. I'm 40 hours in and I already want to end it. My favorite part of this DLC,
Damn.
if I can choose between all this good stuff, is that in the announcement trailer, this guy is wearing a visor indoors. Several new armor sets were added to the
I mean, I'm not gonna question it. That's his choice for fashion.
game, which is wearing a visor indoors. Several new armor sets were added to the game, which is great because in the base game I spent 50 hours walking around looking like an asshole. They wanted to make me feel like I was a god, but then every armor set made me look like the Michelin Man. Now after the update, I don't look
Dude, I cannot unsee
like
that
a
now.
god, but then every armor set made me look like the Michelin
Yeah, it looks like a much slimmer Michelin Man. My
Now
goodness.
after the update, I don't look
Or-
like the Michelin Man. I am the Michelin Man.
Oh, that's
Breakers, a new social media trend sweeping the nation.
The trailer had Keith David in it. Outstanding choice. He was
Oh,
in Mass
the
Effect,
goat.
the game I should be playing right now.
This is Starfield.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
The outposts
How
got
fitting.
overhauled. I wouldn't say they're useful, but
Hi, Zen.
cubes, they added cubes. One cube
The
dies,
cube!
another rises. We got X cubes, Rubik's cubes, cubicles, and cube-shaped guns. In all of cube-based gaming, we've never seen this many cubes in one place. Hang on, the cube is telling me something. The cube is telling me something.
What's the cube telling you, Fleek?
You could get 10% off using code PIN.
Oh, hey Zen, look. Here's a gamer sub flavor for you. Anime girl feet, which I know is anime girl thighs, but there's a chance that you'll get that one, get that label.
Over at GamerSubs. Overall, the reaction to the DLC has been, oh, they're still working on that game? And I get it. Some people can't get
Wait, it's not even
past
done
the
yet?
100-hour prologue. They're programmed to judge a book by its cover. And the first 1,000 pages, people don't have the patience to push through the shit to get to the fox. My personal thoughts after playing this DLC is that I didn't play this DLC. Crimson Desert is out.
Oh.
You think I'm playing this shit? Also, all my save files got corrupted because I put Shrek into the game. Todd, do you have any closing thoughts before I get back?
He put Shrek into the game and it corrupted all his files. It's all ogre now.
Shit. Also, all my save files got corrupted because I put Shrek into the game.
Oh,
Todd,
how
do you have
sad.
any closing thoughts before I get back to running my Clankathon?
Show me what you think is the hardest thing, and I will beat it.
Todd, that's not going to get you a good review.
Eh?
Call it tripping the breakers, a new social media trend sweeping the nation.
Thanks to the flock of pimps, and thank you to everybody using code
Let's
PIMP to
go.
get 10% off. Eventually, a game will come out, and we will maybe talk about it.
Thank you again, Fleek, for your humorous and also informative insight. On a side note, though, Fleek, you've been talking about reviewing Neo for weeks. When are we gonna get that? I'm just kidding. Take your time, Fleek. But everybody, please go check out FLEEKAZOID. Informative, but also humorous takes on games, and also just a great guy overall. And if you're watching this reaction on YouTube, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. Be sure to catch my live streams on Twitch and YouTube, and I will see you all in the next video.